Hi everyone, Lawrence here. You are on the back room on SMB TV. And it's a celebration of life, a short little segment that hopefully brings your focus back to some of the simple but important things that make life a little bit more pleasant. And this week, I want to talk a little bit about this concept, this idea that our beliefs, our thoughts create our reality. Now, I know this is a really simple concept, and yet it seems to be one that people really still struggle with. I've spoken to many people who seem to be stuck in the story of their life. And whenever we try to give them a helping hand out, it's almost like they pull themselves back down into it because that story feels so real for them. So real. And I'm sure, most of us have beliefs about ourselves that don't serve us. Beliefs about not being good enough, not being attractive enough, not being slim enough, not being fit enough, not having the best dress sense. We certainly all have those beliefs. No one, I think, is really void of them. So the big question is, if we recognize that they're there, what can we do to work with them? Look, one of the first key things you need to do is to become an observer of your thoughts. I know it sounds like an interesting concept, but it's about being able to stand back and to hear what it is that's coming out of your mouth and to be able to recognize when a belief presents itself. This could be a challenge, of course, because when we're talking about our reality, our subjective reality, those beliefs form it. They're the construction of it. They're the material and the fabric of it. And so quite often it's very hard to spot them unless we begin to step back and observe them. And when you do that, quite often you'll hear a belief fall out of your mouth and you'll be able to go, oh, hang on a second, what was that? So if you start to hear beliefs about not being good enough, that kind of limiting belief that you have, that's what you're looking out for. Once you hear them, then it's time to be able to ask yourself, do I actually really believe this? I was working with someone recently who said that they couldn't trust anybody. And my immediate question to them was, is that actually true? And when we drilled down into it, we were able to identify people that that person could actually trust. So we were able to dispel that belief, no matter how real it felt for that person at that time. Once you begin to question that belief, once you begin to break it down, you can start to ask yourself, well, what's going to be a more beneficial belief? What's going to be a belief that's going to serve me better? Because when we have beliefs that come up with, I'm not good enough, you have to ask yourself, is that belief helpful for you? Is it actually providing you anything other than keeping you small so that you don't put yourself out there and fear having that belief confirmed? When you start to build more beneficial beliefs, you can start to ask yourself, well, what's going to work? It might be something along the lines of, I know I can trust people when there is a genuine connection. Or something along those lines. You're going to know you best and you're going to know what's going to work. Really, at the end of the day, without being too crude, what you need to do is to learn how to tell yourself to shut up and to get out of your own way and to allow you to do the work you're going to do, allow you to do the person you're going to be. Once we learn to be able to tell ourselves to get out of our own way, to shut up, then you can start to think about what kind of thought's going to be beneficial instead. What kind of person do you want to be? What do you want to make a stand for in this world? What's going to be meaningful for you? Once you've done that, hey, the world is your oyster. Or at least you're not going to be able to get so upset about some of those old beliefs that in the past may have held you back. I hope you found this helpful. In the meantime, it's back to you, Joey and Aaron.